Hello, hello. How is everyone feeling? I hope you guys are doing super well. Sorry it was a little bit later. My tapestry, like the little knot inside of it actually came off. So I had to like reconnect it, which was like super annoying, but we're all good now. Hello, hello, everyone. How's it going? Hi! How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. I was just telling them that so I was filming and the pin on my tapestry came off right at like 1 o'clock. So
Oh my goodness.
and you're like, because I kept thinking, I was like, oh, no, I can't be late because like she said that we had to be on time. So, but I felt so bad. I was like, oh shoot. So anyways, yeah, sorry about that, but we're here.
You're great.
That's awesome. How are you?
I'm feeling good. I just ate. I kind of broke my fast, but it's the weekend. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like weekends. It's fine to break fast around that time. I'm trying to get all of my. For you guys who don't know, I have a personal trainer starting on Monday, so I'm trying to get all my pizza and stuff in now because it was so funny. Like the other day, he ended up like I think he sent me the wrong list of food. I think I told you about this. Did I tell you? Yeah, and then I was like, oh yay, pancakes for breakfast. He's like, no, that was for someone else. Sorry. He got my hopes all up, and I was like, oh man, hey Mama. Yeah, it's like crazy. But oh, hello, Ancestor66. So great to see some familiar faces. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey Cassandra. Awesome. Me too. So we filmed, if you guys don't know, because I know on YouTube you guys can't see Summer, but I'm hoping to get like a program or something that we can both do live.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so they can hear you, but they can't see you, but that's fine. We can still ask questions and stuff. But I know some people like to know the information from the live and like miss it. So I'm trying to do lives both on both ones. But for you guys who don't know, Summer and I, we are YouTubers. We do everything on spirituality, manifestation, law of attraction, and we also talk about moon stuff. So today we're actually going to be doing like a recap together. I know Summer just did a video that launched like at 12:30, the same time as me, and she talked about astrology. So more about the astrology of the new moon, or the June 2020 new moon that's happening right now, and just what to expect. And then for me, I just really went over four specific things that you guys should know about the new moon. So when you get the chance after the live, definitely go check it out because there's some great things that we cover. Today, we're kind of just bringing everything together, and the things that we didn't cover in those videos, you'll be able to learn all that information today in the live. So we're really looking forward to just like chatting and everything. And I guess like, let's just like start with talking about, how do you feel about this new moon for you? Because you're a Gemini, I'm a Scorpio, so everyone's going to be affected differently. I can definitely say that everyone's emotional for sure, but for you, how have you been feeling?
I would have to say kind of like calm. I wouldn't say like, you know around the full moon when you feel a little bit more on edge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel as on edge. I do feel more emotional as far as like I'm listening more to my emotions.
Yeah.
So I can say that much for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like, how are you guys feeling? Let us know in the comments. We'd like to know how you're feeling with the new moon. Like, new moon is in Cancer. It's a water sign. I'm a water sign. I'm a Scorpio. So for me, I'm like flowing. I feel like I'm just kind of feeling every day. I don't plan my days as much. I noticed that for sure. Definitely feel like mood swing changes, but then again, my moon cycle's coming up. So that's probably just that. But I feel like a lot of people are just having this like heaviness. And I had this crazy story that actually happened to my friend where she actually got an energy healing done recently. And the reason why she was feeling heavy with everything, even though she didn't feel affected as much with what's going on, was because of her past lives. And I talk a little bit about that in my video, but there's a lot of like past emotions coming through at this time. And it's very new for a lot of people, right? Like it's very, I don't want to say new. It's something that we aren't expecting. And I think a lot of people are kind of like, okay, a week without a break, we can kind of get things going again. And then now you're just kind of feeling these heavy emotions that you don't know where they came from. So it's definitely a shift. But again, like I think everyone's different. I know some people are shedding a lot of old things. What's your thoughts on like the astrology aspect of everything going on?
Well, I did write a couple notes for that. So we also, with the moon always, it's always going to be like a nurturing energy.
Yeah.
When we think about the moon, because the sun is more masculine, so we're already dealing with feminine energy. And moon, I believe, in Cancer is even more of a, I want to say, not really aggressive, but like a more forceful mother nurturing experience. I want to say like it's forcing you to understand your emotions, and it's forcing you to like work with forgiveness and self-love too.
100%.
And I think I said that in the video, but I really feel like everything, even astrologically, is playing out in our physical experience because of that quarantine and the fact that it's just more reflection coming in. It's not to say you're not supposed to see abundance and be manifesting, but this is really the time to plant seeds. Like, let's say you cleared out your whole crop from, like last year, like everything you just want to let go of, and now you want to replant. Like, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like people are manifesting, especially in the heart space, like the heart love space. I talk a little bit about what crystals to use in my video and stuff, but one of the biggest things and techniques that I thought was amazing is writing a love letter, and writing a love letter to yourself to help with self-confidence, self-love. Especially if you just finished a breakup, if you just finished a relationship, this is a great time for you to replace that emptiness with loving, unconditional love. If you're someone who's been through a lot of trauma and experience through your heart chakra, you're reliving these emotions. I know for me, I've had little like moments of like problems or past relationships I've had, and I'm not thinking about the person, but because of the new moon energy, it's coming through, and some of these memories are great, some of these memories are not, right? So if you are feeling that, this is an opportunity for you to script out these emotions and release it, right? So letting go and telling the universe you're letting go, you're allowing the new moon energy to come in and to release it. And for all the women out there, because if you are synced up with the new moon, and you have your period, because I know a few people have their periods right now, you can actually, which I'm really into the woo-woo stuff, but one of the things that you can do is actually give your blood to your plants, and give it with love, and giving an intention to your plants is a great way. Another great thing too is even just like one way that was very powerful. I'm going to be actually doing a video on this, but scripting, and I know it sounds very weird and witchy to say, but scripting with your moon cycle blood, which sounds weird, but actually putting it either on the paper or using it as ink. And what that does is it really is a very powerful, powerful thing to do. You could do it on the full moon. You could do it on the new moon, depending on what the intention is on the moon. I've been getting a lot of questions of people saying, can I manifest every new moon? Can I manifest every full moon? It is subjective depending on the moon lesson, right? So this moon lesson is on the basis of love. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of releasing. A lot of people are feeling energy within their solar plexus and heart chakra. So those two things on self-worth and how you feel about yourself, whether it's in different periods of this lifetime or beyond, you're definitely going to feel that. So these are two kind of techniques that I feel are super powerful, loving, and very impactful at this time. And especially if you're trying to manifest a specific person as well, you can script that out.
I can see why. I honestly don't think that's crazy. I think the reason, I feel like for our audience, people who are becoming new and learning more about our practice, but the more deep you get into the practice, the more you understand how one you are with everything, so that your blood, your tears, your sweat, any bodily thing that you put with intention with anything else, like paper, a bay leaf, anything like that, it really does a plant. It really does cultivate, because that's like your creation. So anything a part of you shall be that too. So that's why it's also important. I was going to talk about this on my channel, but just intercourse and what that is spiritually. Yeah. But I've just been back and forth with it. But just talking about that and manifesting. Yeah. And I just think it's so important how we use our creative energy. But I think it's really cool for women that we have a cycle every month and we're able to do that. Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things too to consider is that, you know, obviously moon cycle, and I want to do a few more videos on this. I don't want to make it all about moon cycle because we're talking about the new moon. It is a very powerful thing to work with. So you need to understand where you're using it. You need to understand where you're putting, for example, your moon cycle blood, like that is very big. That being said, if you guys have questions, feel free to message me on it. But it is very powerful if you can do it. It was something that I've learned from one of my healers. And she does it like very, very like religiously. She does it every single month. She'll bleed within the earth. She does all her other things of shamanic work. And I'm hopefully really excited to share more of that with you guys because the power is so big. Like I did a manifestation on the full moon, last full moon, and I'm starting to see the fruits to my labor now. Like I planted those seeds then, and I'm starting to see what the next steps are, what I need to manifest through love through this time. And that's what I say, like, as far as the clarity, you get a lot of that during this time. I think that's really, really big. Another great thing too is releasing. So I always say it's amazing to do a cleanse bath. So one of the best kind of bath salts to use is pink salt. So pink sea salt. The reason why is because that salt is actually the most purified, and it's a representation of the energy of love, which is even more impactful at this time. So if you do have the opportunity to cleanse, it's going to be able to remove any toxic energies, like Summer said, like sweat, stress, all of that. And what I love to do is actually set an intention with your bath. So say like my intention is to release during this bath. You can cleanse the bath with either sage or you know, Palo Santo, whatever you feel comfortable with at that time, and just allow yourself to be. You can put music if you'd like, but be with it. I like to put my crystals by my bath, and I talk about that a little bit again in another video if you guys want to check that out. But in all, I think it's just so important for us to release before we manifest, release before we script, because if we're releasing, then we're not putting that energy into this new chapter that we're creating. And this is going to be very important in the Cancer new moon.
Yes, I do feel that it's very important to release. And with talking about releasing in that sense, like before a manifestation, it's important to do it after as well. Yeah, it is. It's so important to cleanse what's not working, cleanse limiting belief, create that, you know, connection to source with what you desire and let it go. Yeah. Like you can't sit here. I mean, yes, take inspired action. Yes, every day claim that it's done it. Feel inspired to do it. But don't be very desperate when you do so. 100%. Don't let it be like a need, because you have to always be okay with the universe not giving that to you, but that it will give you something. I love
that you brought that up, because I've been getting a lot of comments and questions of people wanting to manifest past partners, past friendships at this time. And you need to understand at this time, it's important to observe. Why? Because even though you have the inclination of you wanting to manifest your ex back or your partner or your past friend, that can be the energy of showing you how you equate yourself as respecting the love that you deserve. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, instead of chasing after a past person, ask universe for the attributes of the person at this time. Right. And I think that's the part that people are getting confused on, because you're getting those past emotions, those past life experiences, past, you know, feelings and stuff about someone that was in your life. Your ego self is going based on that shadow experience. So just be really observant about that, because we want to be intentional with this new moon. It is very crucial that we do so. And again, you don't want to, how do I say it? The universe is testing you, essentially. That's what they're doing. It's testing you to see if you are going to bring this person in your life. Just ask yourself, do they align with the things that I want in that person for a relationship, for a friendship? And in doing that, allowing yourself to release that during the new moon. And I know it's a very emotional time for a lot of people. Me being like someone who's quite empathic, and Summer as well, it's been very exhausting for us. We've been going back and forth experiencing and sharing our experience. And we even did the Juneteenth live that we did last night, and it was just so healing. That was a great example of releasing. Like, simple things that you can do is just talk to yourself, talk to your guides, talk to universe, but also talk to your soul tribe. Like, who are the people that you can talk about manifestation, law of attraction with? send them a message, chat with them, like have time together to have an open space at this time, heal, meditate together. You know, that's another great thing. You don't need to meditate simultaneously in the same room, but say, hey, let's meditate at 1 p.m. together. Let's create this energy. Let's release together. And sometimes, you know, when we're meant to release things, we can't do it alone all the time. Sometimes we need a little bit of help, but we always forget that the help is always there. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And I feel like that's so important because I have been getting so many people saying, I really want to manifest my ex, but it's coming out of an energy of desperation, and desperation is not manifestation. So keep that in mind.
I want to say the reason for that is because the Venus planet is in retrograde. So
yeah.
That's the reason. That's the reason why we're feeling very nostalgic. We want to feel that feeling of what we know, what we understand, what we've been through. But this is the time of sitting with the unknown. Like this is the time to be in the mystery. That's what, you know, that's what the eclipse is about. Because that's like the only way to transform is through darkness, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So I really believe, like, it's crazy when people don't believe in like astrology. It's kind of like, wow, really?
Yeah, it's interesting because when you tap into it, and I think this is another thing too to consider. There's more to you than your moon and your sun sign, and this is something that I had to learn as well. Like I would understand like why, I was connected to the Pisces full moon. Wouldn't understand why I was going through all these similar emotions, but then confused about my sign. And that comes down to your birth chart. And you can actually get the opportunity to have access to that online. If you look up birth chart, like calculator, it goes on there for you. But the reason why I'm saying this is because there is more to our path that what sees throughout the eye right now. So what you know about yourself, there's more to it. There's always more to it. And I always tell people that the more that we're to take advantage of 90% of our subconscious being activated at times such as new moon, full moon and whatnot, the more that we'll be able to understand what are the other signs behind astrology. Why are the stars this way? Why is the new moon or the full moon so important? What is the perspective of like using the full moon and new moon as far as law of attraction manifestation? And there's just so much information out there. Like just think about like how much water there's ever been in lifetime. Like you can't even count. So just think about how much of that is going to be of knowledge of this world of so many dimensions that we've never met before. So again, with the new moon subconscious, what it gives us access to are these thin layers to things such as ancestors, which is ancestral healing, things such as knowledge of, you know, your heart chakra, understanding why do you have tingling feelings? Why do you get attracted by someone that you've never known? You might not be physically attracted to them, but your gut's telling you go talk to that person. And you find out that that is an opportunity for something else, right? There's a reason why those things happen. And I really just want you guys to know that in the discussion of the new moon with Cancer, it's a water sign. So it's flowing with emotions. It's flowing with feelings. So as you start to educate yourself a little bit more of what's going on and what's the feelings, allow yourself to flow with it. Allow yourself to give yourself some time to replenish your energy, because I do feel like the collective is very exhausted at this time. Like we're wanting normality, but we're like, why isn't it happening? It's because we need to have no normality. We have to be uncomfortable for us to get to the next stage. And it's going to cause a lot of us to actually get closer together, because we're all going to be going through the same things in different ways. So I really want you guys to think about that. Like, what is my intention of coming into the space of love for myself? And how will I be an impact from releasing in this time for other people? Because we're all so interconnected. So that's just a very big thing that I think is very important to highlight.
Absolutely. And I remember I was saying once before that it's about when we're going through a change, when we're like transforming, shifting, it has to kind of be like chaotic, because you're changing form, you're changing not just circumstance, but just like on a like cellular level.
100%.
Everything is just like kind of like chaotic, but through chaos we always become better than where we were. Because of that major shift. So I'm really excited about this new moon. I feel like the excitement kind of came a couple days right before it, because I wasn't really attached to the full moon last. So this new moon, I'm really, really excited for.
Yeah, it's a very like, I feel like everyone can resonate with this new moon. And Cancer is, if you look at the nature of Cancer astrology wise, they get along with a lot of different signs, right? So if you think of it that way, like I feel like everyone is going to be impacted by the emotion of feeling. I do feel like the evolution of what we've been going through the past 3 months has caused us to do so much deep work that I even had like a chat this morning where someone was saying, oh my God, I don't even feel like myself anymore because I just have so much growth. I know I have to do more, but I don't know what it is. And I think that's like the beauty of this whole experience of the new moon. Like we're able to have that opportunity to expand. We're having that opportunity to have these discussions. And get closer, but also didn't do the inner work, even if we don't feel comfortable with the conversations or the answers that we get when we do it. So there's just this beauty in the whole process that I think is so interesting. Can you please tell me about Capricorn? I'm actually going to be doing, because I know Summer and I, we have like only a limited amount of time today. We usually go over. But I will be going over that on a live later tonight on TikTok, because I know a few of you guys are following me on there. So I will go over a little bit more on the astrology part. I like to go over it in like short in the healing section, which I'll do this Sunday, which I'm so excited for. So I'm doing an energy healing. I'm also doing a meditation, guided meditation for you guys. I feel so called more and more every single day to just give. I'm just like in a giving feeling and energy, because it's been a lot. Like we've evolved so much. Like so many people have been forced to stay at home. So many people have left their jobs. Some people have left relationships after so many years. Like we've evolved in so many levels more than ever, and we have to give ourselves that credit. And I do feel like this is an opportunity for any healers out there, any psychologists, any people that are in a space of service, any light workers. This is our time to kind of go forward and help and support people, because that's what's going to help us get through this completely. So I'm really excited, like Summer said, for this new moon. It's all about love. I'm really pumped for it. And I can't wait to have that opportunity to share that energy with you guys on Sunday, and to just see you have like this experience that you can't even fathom. Like, you know what I mean? Like last full moon was so like, Summer, I'm excited for you to join this one, because last one we did, it was like, I just felt like this, like, I felt energized. I went to bed feeling energized. I couldn't sleep because I was so happy and so excited, because there's just this light. And a lot of people said that the next morning they felt lighter, like they felt happier. It was
great. I remember.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, really? Oh, yeah, because you were like, it was your birthday weekend. I remember that. So
it was amazing. We were like, there was a fire. We had a fire pit, and it was like just, when you're upstate, it's like just openness, and you see this shining moon. It was like the most beautiful looking, and I was just with amazing people. And it was the best time. So
I feel like
I woke up like happy.
Yeah, I was like, I was watching her birthday on her story. I was like, I just know Summer is super happy. And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like the love that Cancer, our new moon, is teaching us is that we're loving everything. And I was on a live do you like Robin Sharma? Do any of you guys know Robin Sharma? Also, Manisha, sending you love and light. Thank you so much for your lovely comment. She's like, love your videos. You're awesome on YouTube. So sweet. Have you followed Robin Sharma? The guy who wrote the book, 5 a.m. Club?
No.
You have to follow him. He's so amazing. Such like an energy to him. And the reason why is because he did a live this morning. If you guys haven't followed him yet, go follow him. He's amazing. He basically helps people with their energy and their mindset through the same practices that we talk about. And his 5 a.m. club is like amazing. Like for any person, even those who can't wake up at 5 a.m., like there's just a lot of teaching to the morning ritual that's so important. One of the things he said was that he was getting, me too, he was getting this message from these other people saying that I lost my job and I am the happiest I've ever been. This other man message saying that He hasn't gone to work for like, he works a lot, he travels a lot. He hasn't been traveling as much, but he gets to have dinner with his kids every single day for the past 3 months. So the point of why I'm sharing this is because in the energy of new moon, it is a very emotional time, but then there's the other side of it where we're able to understand that even though we have lost a lot over the course of time in the past 3 months, we truly have been given a lot more abundance than we can see from the first look. And we've had the opportunity to see the truth of situations, to love our family and friends a little bit more, to just be more, I guess, wholesome and grateful for what we have. And in doing that, we've been able to see a lot more things in a brighter and happier way. So if you've had the opportunity the past few months to sit, have dinner with someone, to talk to a friend, to FaceTime your grandparents a little bit more, to just bring yourself closer and become more creative using that sacred chakra, which I know is a very activated at this time, that feminine energy, to use that sacred chakra and to be creative of how you're going to communicate with people all across and just make sure people are okay and you're okay. I feel like that to me is a win. Like, money can always be given back. You know, things can, that car that's in your parking lot that, like he said before, is not being used. But what is being used is your energy. What is being used is your mind. What is being used is your aspect of how you love every day and what you decide to create of your emotion and your intention when you start to wake up the first thing in the morning. So just a word of thought. And I thought that just like resonated so well. I just felt like it was one of those things that you just like picture perfect. You can remember it just like all the time. I'm going to put it in my library, in my mind, and it just makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, we just need to understand that we've actually won so much more through this experience instead of lost a lot, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like as far as losing, the only thing we lost was like an identity of what we had, right? I just feel like we lost an identity of what we thought was this life we were living, and at least some type of normal we were used to or identifying with. And now the life is like giving us the opportunity to, okay, how do you want to belong? How do you want to present yourself? How do you want to communicate with people? How do you want your lifestyle to be? And I also tell people that you just have to look at your daily practice to see where to go. That's where you're going to find your answers. Like, when you want to be this person that is able to be so financially free that they have enough to share and to spare with the world, how are you going to show up like that in your daily practice of being that person? How are you going to show up in your daily practice of, you know, making that sale number at your job, or providing, you know, the best surgery? You know what I mean? Like, what in your daily practice are you doing that's adding to the future of yourself? Like, even this morning I posted on my story this affirmation. It's like, I celebrate myself for wanting better for my future, for me.
100%.
Like, that is such a powerful affirmation, because I feel like we don't celebrate ourselves enough because we're not told to, or we're afraid someone else is going to be envious. But you can't care about that. You can't care about other people liking how abundant you are and how you're manifesting like no tomorrow. You can't be upset. You just have to focus on doing that so you can provide and you can continue to inspire people on another level who are ready.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's also a lot to say of like,
Oliver.
Oh, Oliver. Hey. I think there's a lot to say about just manifesting in the sense of like you said, waking up in the morning and deciding what you want to create. And I've been really preaching the pure potentiality law, which is like understanding that we create every thought, everything we see, everything we do, we hear. All of our aspects of ourselves is created, even our bodies, through this human experience. And I think when we think that way, we just start to kind of have this perspective of life that makes it so much at ease. And like every time I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is just ask myself, like, what is my intention? Like, what is my intention for my life? What is my intention to create this life story and this journey towards my whole, you know, mission in life? You know what I mean? And I know I talked to Summer about this, but yesterday I had this download of, you know, I saw this picture, and this picture was specifically in Minka. And if I didn't share this with you guys before, I had this crazy experience. And if you don't know my past life, there's a lot of connections in my, I guess you can say like the Amazon area in South America. And these butterflies in the middle of the Amazon were just attracted to me. Like, you know, when you usually get to a butterfly, they just run off. No, like they were literally stuck all over my body and following me. And they were like making a path near me. It was like, I felt like I was in like this fairy tale. And my friend that was with me, she's like, this is crazy. I've never seen this before. And I've always had this like connection and energy to butterflies. So anyways, long story short, this butterfly ends up landing on my hand and literally just like walks all over me and on my shoulder, my hand. She ends up taking this picture, and there's this beam of a rainbow that's crossed all over my body in the picture. And I just want to share that, like, we are so guided, like so much so, and there's so much beauty to the life than we can ever see. And if we take one step closer, we can actually see how much impact and where our guides are. Because I know a lot of you guys have been messaging me saying, Shika, I feel like my grandfather's in my life right now. I feel like my spirit guides are more connected, all of these questions. And I always tell people that, you know, at the end of the day, they're always there. We just have to ask. We just have to look a little closer. And what I thought about last night, it was like, you know, I should frame this picture, and not because, you know, I was like obsessed with it, but I wanted to frame it because I wanted to look back and manifest my older self saying that, you know, I had a great life, that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this journey, that this picture showed the light in me. This picture showed who I truly am. And I just want to ask you guys, like, when you're manifesting this journey, at the end of it, you want to be able to look at this and say that I released what I had to release. I lived what I had to live. I loved the way that I was supposed to be loved and am loved. And when we can do that, it can really just cause us, again, to be in the state of being, for us to appreciate the smaller things, and for us to actually live life with purpose, as opposed to just clocking in and out, waking up, and then going to bed. And that was something that was a big wake-up call with me when I was going through my energy healing. So just a thought that I thought was really great to kind of share for you guys.
Oh, wait, Oliver saying stuff. That was really great. I think it's very important for us to, when we, I don't know, I just think when you shared that picture with me this morning, I could feel the energy in the photo.
Yeah.
I just think it's important. I just think it's important that we always know we can always tune in all the time.
100%. Yeah, I feel like you can always see the energy in pictures, and you know, obviously there's the gifts of auras as well, but it's just so beautiful when we're able to see that. And I'm just like looking at messages. Hey, Iman on YouTube. Peace and love to you all as well. But yeah, I just want to share with you guys, I hope that you feel enlightened. Krista says, awesome story. I'm really happy you guys got connected. I just feel like there's just so much beauty when we think about those things. And if I were you, a beautiful way to actually, I know it sounds weird, but it's actually so effective. Look at the pictures of yourself on the new moon. Like, go through all the pictures the past 5 to 6 years and feel each one of those pictures. Just go on your phone, scroll through them, and bring yourself back to that memory. The reason why is because whether it's good or bad or okay, it just really allows you to appreciate now and appreciate then as well. And I've been doing that the past couple of days, and it's really allowed me to expand my heart. Like, before doing this live, my heart felt this pulsing of expansion, because I've been just like really taking time to love every part of me and every part there is of me, even from the past and in going into the now and the future. And in doing that, it really allows you to kind of just, again, heal, which is very important during this new moon.
Yeah, it's so important. Oh, Oliver was commenting. Oh, nice. We have to reconnect, but
that's awesome. But yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna probably do maybe a quick like reading all together, and then we can like, because I know you have to leave at like 2. I'm like, I want to make sure, and I know you guys love reading. No, it's completely. It was only like one siren. Like, you're okay. Like, you're completely fine. Okay, guys, so we're gonna do the reading. I know you guys love these readings. I've been loving doing collective readings because I just feel like they're great. And I can do a better spread that way. So usually, because I think I haven't done have I done a collective reading with you before, Summer? Last time we were on?
Not the last time.
Okay, so usually what I do is like the same breathing together 3 times and just asking for intention, and then I'll just do cards and pull them. So Summer and I are just gonna like close our eyes. You guys can join us. We're gonna just take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're just going to do a little bit deeper on the last one, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just going to focus on our breath. And we're just going to ask our guides, angels, universe, for the message and what message they have for us in these cards today. And just saying thank you, and I'm giving gratitude to those messages. And then we can open our eyes. Awesome. Yeah, I've been loving doing the collective readings. They're awesome.
I like them when we did them.
Yeah, they're super, super fun. Okay, so we have this one's in order, which is amazing. So I think the first one really just puts everything together. So it's mother yourself. How are we going to mother ourselves? And I actually pulled this one yesterday. And again, I think it's just the energy of, the new moon. But how are we mothering ourselves to love ourselves more? How are we being kinder to our soul? How are you just kind of allowing yourself not to be hard on yourself if you're not working harder at work right now? If your ex hasn't messaged you, because I know a lot of you guys are talking about past relationships and getting these past kind of experiences of people coming into your life, this is the time to kind of take that time and create that. And in doing that, you'll be able to create boundaries. So how can I create boundaries so I can love myself? I can expand my heart. I can release as well too. So it's a lot of testing how we see ourselves in society and how our higher self sees ourselves as well through the emotion of love. The other one that we got was the trust your path. So how can you trust your path with everything that's going on right now? I know it's hard. I know it's very chaotic energetically with everything going on. And a lot of people I know personally are feeling kind of like second guessing because of the emotion. Instead of, falling into your doubts, falling into the fear, just allow yourself to breathe in the moment of being, like right now, like we did together, and ask yourself, how am I being supported? Because you're much more supported than you know. You're so much more supported. So how am I being supported right now? And in doing that, you'll be able to trust your manifestation. You'll be able to trust what you're meant to do. The other card that I got was soulmate. So here, a lot of you guys are being tested on your soulmate as far as friendships, your soulmate as far as, who you need in your life. And then this brings up perception, which is another card that flew out. So how are we able to perceive who is our soulmate? Who are the people that we need in our soul tribe? Who are the people that we want as our twin flames, our partners in our life? Change the perception from viewing from internally within yourself and what you need based on your energy currently. What is the emotions that you're releasing that is feeling heightened right now? And why is it being done at this time? Why are these past life emotions happening? And what is the universe and source trying to tell you? Another thing too is knowing that in perception, sometimes when we're able to take kind of a different dimensional view, such as I know a few of you guys have been getting dreams and signs recently. That's another thing to consider. If you're starting to see certain things such as animals, if you're starting to see certain angel numbers, this is also an alignment to your soulmate. The other card that came through is compilation. So this one's actually a very strong one. This is the sacred, and it represents grief. So just understanding that even though you're grieving, and Summer said it perfectly before, we're letting go of a part of ourselves. But that doesn't mean that we're not ourselves. And in doing that, we are having the guidance of our ancestors to confirm that it is okay. It's okay to remove those old beliefs. It's okay to forgive ourselves. It's okay to forgive what was happening. One of the biggest things that comes through for me is anyone who has gone through very intense traumatic experiences. It's okay, like releasing that to earth, releasing it to Mother Earth. She wants you to do that during this time, during this energy. And in doing that, the way that you're going to be able to release that is by creating boundaries to allow yourself to release. So if that means not communicating to certain people, that needs to be done at this time. And again, the universe is testing you out by having these people reach out to you, which I think is super important. The other one is trickery, which again is a heart chakra. And just to understand that things are not what they appear. So a lot of the stuff that's going on right now with the world, it's teaching us, we've already seen that there are a lot of people, things that are not what they appear. And the trickery card really says that instead of following the shiny things, focus on what is happening internally. And I think a lot of you guys are waking up and noticing that you're feeling those intense emotions because you were never really focusing on it before, and you're being forced to do this through this Cancer new moon. So I think it's very important for us to just kind of keep that into perspective. And I kind of want to read this one because it's very specific one. But the trickery here is the temperate is guilty as threat. So during trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expected. So I think a lot of you guys are going to be shedding, as I said before, it's a lot of releasing. So with releasing, there's going to be new beginnings. And with new beginnings, that means that we're going to have to go different paths that we didn't expect. We're going to have to let go of certain things that you weren't expecting. And this card fell out, expansion. When you let go of those things, you'll be able to expand. You'll be able to kind of grow. You'll be able to communicate in ways that you can't explain. Like I know a lot of you guys right now feel like there's a higher purpose that you need to do in your life, but you don't know what it is. So this new moon is going to actually share a lot of clear space for you so you can know where you need to expand in your life. So that could be career, that could be love for yourself, that could be in your relationships. That can also just mean within your internal shadow work. I always say 2020 is the year of shadow work. It's the year of purging. So asking yourself, how am I going to expand through my heart space, live life through love? And in doing that, I'll be able to really trust my path, which goes back to this angel card. How am I going to be able to expand? And in doing that, I will trust my path, which is very key. So I think that's a beautiful reading. It's so accurate with what's going on in the world. I don't know if any of these cards aligned with you guys. Please feel free to share in the comments. Did any cards speak to you, Summer?
Expansion. Like mother yourself. Trickery only because it came up in my own tarot reading.
No way. That's crazy. So confirmation.
Trying to think. There was another one that really resonated with me.
Like the mother yourself?
I forgot which one it was, but I think it just all around it works and it makes sense, and it's showing like it's this energy of just transforming into a new thing, and we just have to kind of go through the nitty-gritty to do that.
Yeah, and I think it's also understanding that as we expand, like there's so much. And I think the only reason why we're not trusting our path in whatever way that is and applies to your life is because we're scared of the unknown, right? There's a lot of fear and doubt happening right now at this time in our lives, and people are feeling it throughout, like even before this whole full moon, right? So just asking yourself, how can I release that fear and doubt so I can trust what I need to do? I can trust this unknown path that I'm meant to go on. And through doing that is a lot of cleansing, and it's a lot of love, and it's a lot of forgiveness. I kept on pulling forgiveness cards for a lot of people all this week. And it's because you need to ask yourself, this is a really great exercise for you, either on the new moon or even today. Just ask yourself, how can I forgive myself? How can I forgive my energy? How can I forgive my ego self, my shadow self, all parts of me? Because I talk a lot about that in the videos where there's different parts of us. We always think there's only one part, but there's actually multitudes of different parts. So how can I allow myself to balance my energy, to balance my conscious thoughts, by making sure that every aspect of me is expanding, every aspect of me is trusting my path and my manifestations, every aspect of me is looking into things as it is, as opposed to following the distractions of trickery, which we went over too. And in doing that, we'll be able to kind of be trusting our path, but we need to mother ourselves and just listen. It's not the time to overthink. It's not the time to doubt ourselves. It's the time to just be, which I know, again, it's really hard, but that's what the new moon was going to show us in the eyes of that energy. So that was a beautiful card reading.
I love them. I enjoy when we do card readings. They resonate so well. They're always on time. And I think it's always just when you ask, it is given. Yeah,
exactly. Like always ask. And, universe source, has ways of letting spirit come through. It's never one way is better than the other. A lot of people say that, I get angel numbers. Other people say that this happened. What does this mean? Like, it's always what your thought is at that time, what it means, right? So that's why I always tell people the best thing to do when you do see angel numbers, when you do get signs from your spirit guides or whatnot, or from source, ask yourself, what were you thinking about? What was your subconscious thinking about at that time? And you'll notice that the answer was always within. Like, the only difference is through the tools of crystals and guides and meditations, it just shows you what is in the mirror, essentially. It shows you what you need to know. So I think that was so beautiful. Thanks, Summer. It was so good doing this live. It was so fun.
I love it.
It was super so fun.
We didn't do it last night, and then I don't think we did it the last live either. But I love when we do readings, and also just personally, I've been getting so much better with tarot.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Tarot's fun. I love them. I like doing them for larger spreads. Because they're just like, they're so in depth, right? Like, I don't know if any of you guys like tarot cards, but they're great, but they mean different things if you're upside down, if you're sideways, depending on what cards are other, like the swords or pages. So it's just something to consider when you go into them. And they're also usually a larger deck. So I remember my first deck of cards were tarot, and I loved it. I really connected to them very, very quickly. And then recently, since really diving into guides and spirit, I've been loving doing the angel cards. Like, I feel like they're just so on point. They're confirming cards as well. And they're really great. Like, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, they're just really pretty, but I love them. Like, the artist does a really great job of depicting the energy of like what that card holds in these words. So yeah, I like
the deck you had with the words.
Get them on Amazon. If you guys are interested in these cards, you can get them on Amazon. They're my first chakra cards that I've got, and I got them like maybe a couple months back. So I'm a type of person, I like to get a card and then I like to keep my energy on it and like really work with it, because this is something that for you guys, if you're ever buying a deck, please make sure that you work with the card deck before anything, and also before you do readings, just because you want to really feel the cards and see if it's a good match too. Because, I've heard some people get decks and they didn't feel really called to it in certain times, and other times they always use it for readings. So yeah, they're called the chakra healing cards. So they're these guys here. You guys can find them. They're like one of the first cards that are on the list. And they're really great because they just say like abundance, and they have the colors that represent the chakras as well, which abundance is on there. Yeah, I was like, yeah. So
I didn't even know that. That makes it so much cooler.
Yeah, so it's really neat. So you can pull them and they're easy to read, and they come with stories too, which is great. So yeah, that was really awesome. Oh, thanks so much, Summer. It was so great. Thank you guys for joining us on this amazing live. We had such a great time. It was so good just to like chat with you guys and to just like get real with discussing, what the new moon's all about, what to expect in the energy. And yeah, I really hope you guys are just as excited. I'll be hosting the new moon meditation at 9 p.m. Eastern time this Sunday, so you're more than welcome to join. It's going to also include a healing as well as sound healing, a guided meditation, and card reading, a full card spread for the collective. So I'm super excited. And yeah, just come comfortable and come ready to release and just feel loved. Like I'm just really hoping to give as much love to you all so you can feel lighter and more happier and just amazing, which I'm super excited for. So thanks so much, Summer.
I'm excited for that. I love collective or like group meditation.
Me too.
It's my favorite thing to do, honestly.
It's so powerful. Also, a little thing I was going to give you guys, so this crazy thing. I got this crystal. It's called Tenite. It's a black crystal, but it's really good for retrograde. So if any of you guys are having any issues with your electronics, like my overheating, I've been keeping it actually after our live underneath. And I find it really helps. Yeah, it helps a lot with just like making sure the reception is good. It's not lagging.
And it's called
Tonight, yeah. So I'll send you the name of it, but this is specifically for retrograde or any electronic issues, stuff like that. It's great for protecting energy. This is like your best friend, and you can get the tumble one. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know the retrograde is happening at the same time as the new moon, so it's going to be very powerful at this time.
It's probably also really good for 5G.
Yes, it is. It's one of the ones for 5G as well. There's another one I have. Tourmaline's really good for 5G. There's a lot. I bought quite a few collections like a couple months ago. And like I got some really nice crystals just for like readings and healings and stuff. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that and feel like the retrograde is affecting you, do get those.
Thank you so much, Shika. You are the best.
Thanks.
Happy New Moon, everyone.
Yeah, happy New Moon.
Juneteenth.
Oh yeah, happy Juneteenth as well. Make sure you check it out. We did a video both on Juneteenth. Check out Summer's Instagram. She has information on that. It's a really good video that we did together. And also I did a video on ancestral healing in relation to Juneteenth. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. I did the video the day before, yesterday. Yeah. I feel like I have like so many good content. I'm like, what day did I post that? Like what day was it again? But yeah, thanks so much, Summer. I'm so grateful for you.
And also, it's Father's Day weekend.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So yes, happy.
Is it Father's Day over there for you too?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was like, I thought it was like a Canadian thing. Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's Sunday. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm seeing my family, so it's all good. I was like gonna go see them anyways. Awesome. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, girl. Thanks so much for the live. I appreciate you. You
Thank
too.
you so much, Shika. I love it. I love every time we have our live.
Me too.
I'm so energetic.
I feel so enlightened. Yeah, it was so good. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, girl. Thanks so much. Bye. Thanks, guys, for joining. It was super fun. It's always a treat. Like it's literally always a treat to have you guys here. I hope you got inspired. Like I said, I'll be doing the new moon meditation coming up this coming Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So you can go check that out. And yeah, thank you so much, Instagram. You guys are amazing. And YouTube, you guys are just awesome as well. I literally get so excited to do these lives with you guys. And for all the fam, if you are on TikTok, I will do a Q&A later today. I'm trying to balance my content between all channels because you guys have such great questions. But let me know if you have any other questions. You can go find that all on the TikTok. So it's just, I think it's Shika_Chica95. I couldn't find my usual name because everyone was taking it, but that is it. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. It helps a lot. And as well as comment in the comment section how you enjoyed it, how you liked it, maybe things that you want to take into consideration for the new moon energy. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Also go check out my new moon video that I just released today. So you can go check that out if you haven't and let me know how you guys enjoyed over there. So I'll talk to you really soon. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Happy new moon, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye. Oops, bye. I don't know if it ended. Did it end? No, it didn't. Okay. Ashley, bye. Sending you love and light. Bye.